All right, Shalom. I want to say Kal Lali Mla Yahweh Shem Yashai, which is to say all praises to the Most High in the name of the Son. I want to give double honors to the apostles, a great millstone, and Shalom and salutation to all the Akim out there that are pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Today I just wanted to make a quick little lesson, little motivation, before camp. Basically, in this truth, it's about suffering and to keep going, to keep consistently going. It's like a marathon. It's not a race. It's not a race to see who can go the fastest. This thing isn't about who can go the deepest. It's not about who knows more, who knows the most. Which ultimately you're not even saved by how much you know. Okay. The Lord is gonna save the elect and the 1/3. There's a lot of niggas out there that they know a lot, but that doesn't mean anything. But I had the scripture right here. This is Galatians 6:9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So like I was saying, this thing is it's a marathon, man. You got to keep going out here. You can't faint. And sometimes it feels, sometimes it feels heavy, man. But you got to stay in there, man. See, that's why the scriptures also say that this is like a fight. Paul talked about how he fought the good fight. So he compared this truth to a battle. Which it is. This is a fight. It's a fight against the flesh, yourself, your biggest enemy, which is yourself. And it's also a fight, when battling demons out there in the highways and hedges. You're bringing out the truth, you're bringing out the light, and you got these demons. They're coming with their madness. So this is like a fight, and we gotta do it all the way to the end. Verse 10: As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. Right. Which you're supposed to help brothers out when you can. If there's a brother in necessity, and you have whatever it is that he needs at your disposal, then you should help him. There's nothing wrong with that. Which you're supposed to do that. That's loving your neighbor as yourself. And also other people out here in the world. Unto all men. You can hold the door for an Edomite. There's nothing wrong with that. If you go to a restaurant, you say please and you say thank you. You conduct yourself accordingly, not just because you're at a restaurant and it's a heathen, serving you, you're gonna start yelling at him and throwing plates at him. Nah, man, it's not what this thing is about. Okay. But that was it on that. But that part with the faint too. We're not supposed to faint. And sometimes when you actually fight, when you're actually boxing and doing MMA, sometimes it feels like it really does feel like you're about to faint. Your arms feel like lead at that moment. This thing is a real fight. Sometimes it gets so heavy, but you gotta just stay in there, man. You gotta just hang in there. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep blocking. You gotta keep your arms up, because if you let your arms down, that your whole face is exposed, your chest is exposed. You gotta keep your arms up. Now this is Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So ultimately, this thing is about enduring into the end. It's about finishing to the end. Okay, and even if that means years, whatever your end is, if you end up dying for this truth, then that's ultimately your end. That man endured into the end for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. If he dies as a martyr, okay, if he gets stabbed up somewhere, for at camp, being at camp for being in this truth, some nigga just you know, it kills him, then that brother, he ultimately he died, you know, for Yahweh Shem Yoshai. There's not much you can say, you know, bad about that man, you know. If he died for this truth, you know, not for some bullshit, you know. Excuse my language. Not for some, you know, just nonsense. Okay. Which that was it on that. You know, from there I had another precept. Cause yeah, man, this thing is a marathon. It's not a race. And you got guys sometimes they get carried away by the views, you know, on how many views their videos have, you know. It's not about that, man. Scriptures talk about prophesying to the wind, so sometimes it's gonna feel like no one's listening to you. Okay. Okay, here it is. This is 1 Kings 2:2. I go the way of all the earth. Be strong, therefore, and show thyself a man. So this was King David right here, telling King Solomon to show yourself as a man and to be strong. You know. So you know this thing is that's what you have to be in this truth, man, and really be strong in your mind. You know, in here, okay. Because there's been guys, well, there's scoffers that are huge, that got muscle on top of muscle, you know. Okay, and you know who you are, you know. But so they're strong, they're physically strong, but they're not out there in the highways and hedges. They're not teaching. They're making videos talking about taping a potato chip to their hand, talking about they got the chip. They're fucking clowns, man. You know. Again, excuse my language, but you know these scoffers, man. You know, so it's not. That's how you know the scripture is not. It's not really talking about how big you are. You know how strong you are. Because you know some of us are not. You know not as physically strong, but nevertheless we got to be strong up here. Okay, in the mind. I'm gonna read it again. So 1 Kings 2:2. I go the way of all the earth. Be strong therefore and show thyself a man. So that goes to us too. Okay, that was King David telling his son Solomon that, but nevertheless that applies to us too, because that's good counsel right there. You know, be thou strong therefore and show thyself a man. We have to be strong in the head, man, in the mind. You know, we have to have fortitude. That's the key word right there. Fortitude, prudence, foresight, and justice. You know. Four most profitable things that a man can have, like King Solomon said. Okay, but ultimately you got to be strong in this truth and keep going, man. Sometimes it feels like sometimes it feels like you're losing your mind. But that's fine. You got to keep going. Keep your arms up, man. But that was it with that. So with that, I'm gonna say Kal Lalium La Yahweh Shem Yoshai, which is to say all praises to the Most High and the Son. I'm going to give double honor to the apostles, a great millstone, and shalom and salutation to all Akim out there pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Just a quick little lesson, and with that, shalom.